Hello and welcome to the show. Today we're talking about breast health and beauty, which brings me to Shontia Marshall. After a breast enhancement, Shontia went from an A cup to a C cup. She absolutely loved the look, but couldn't believe the toll the implants were taking on her health. And here to break down the good, the bad, and everything in between when it comes to cosmetic surgery is Dr. Aisha Baron. She is a board-certified plastic and reconstructive surgeon and the founder of Breast Body Beauty Plastic and Reconstructive Surgery. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you.
I appreciate you being here and being willing to talk about something so private and so personal, but something that affects so many women. Absolutely. Let's talk about this. Was a journey for you that started really as a little girl wanting to change how she looked, or a teenager, right?
Yes,
Tell me more.
That's correct, yeah. So I've always been very petite, and with my petiteness, my breasts were very flat, almost non-existent. And all of my friends had larger breasts, fuller breasts. They could wear all of these cute tops and the swimsuits, and there was me just wearing my tank tops and unable to fill out any cute tops. So, you know, they would make comments in regards to my board chest, you know. So I always...
Girls and boys?
Girls and boys, both. Yes, absolutely. So from that, I built an insecurity, like developed an insecurity. And I always had in my head, like, hey, I want to find a way to enhance my breasts. So I started Googling, of course, you know, trying to find solutions to fix what I thought was a problem. So, you know, that's when I came across breast augmentations. I didn't know anything at that age. Like I said, I was really young.
How old were you when you first started looking?
Yeah, around 15.
Oh my
15,
goodness.
16. Yes.
Was there anyone, like, did you tell your parents or tell anybody?
I did not.
So somebody could say, baby, you look fine the way you are?
No, not at that age. I did not. No, it was something that I kept within myself. And I was like, hey, I want to find a solution to this. But I did not share that with my parents, really anyone, in regards to how I truly felt.
And so I understand at 18, you really, really wanted to do this, but you didn't have the money.
No, I didn't have the money. So I just kept in the back of my head, okay, I'm going to go to college. I'm going to get me a job. And, you know, when I'm able to save my money, that's going to be my first investment.
This was your first investment?
It was, yeah.
You felt like this had to happen. Is the pressure that bad?
Yeah.
To have larger breasts?
At that age, it was. Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Dr. Baron, is this something that you hear often with girls at such an early age?
Typically at an early age, like in their teens or 15s, most patients are coming to me for breast reductions because puberty has happened and they've ballooned in growth. I don't really see many patients coming to me at that young age or their parents bringing them in because number one, I wouldn't perform a procedure on a patient that young. I think it's important for a young woman to develop a strong sense of their own body image and really a sense of who they are before going under any cosmetic procedure, not even just surgery alone, any procedure.
And Shontia, it's technically no one's fault because you didn't tell anybody you were feeling this way, but would it have helped if someone had just said, you are beautiful as is, and maybe kind of reinforced that, or you were locked in on implants?
Yeah. Well, to a certain degree, it would have helped. And after I started sharing my insecurities once I was old enough, and I started telling my parents and my best friend and my husband, my boyfriend, now husband, what I wanted to do at that time. Of course, you know, they gave me all this positive feedback, how beautiful I was. I didn't need it. You know, I was beautiful as is.
Right.
You know, just to, you know, just keep what I have.
But it still wasn't quite enough, right? Because at 24, you got the implants.
I got the implants, absolutely. So with all of this positive feedback and all of the support that I had surrounding me, I still had in my head exactly what I wanted to do. And I was like, I have the money now. So I did move forward with the breast augmentation.
How did you feel after it was all said and done, right? Because it's a couple of steps. But when you saw the finished product, were you like, now I'm satisfied?
At that moment, I was satisfied. Yes, I was satisfied. I mean, they looked wonderful. I was able to now wear my swimwear and specific tops that I wanted to wear.
Right.
And I looked, you know, good. So, of course, it made me feel good in that moment.
When did it become clear that there was a health problem? Or health problems, right? You started having lots of different issues.
I did, yes. So around when I was 33, I started having issues.
So almost 10 years then.
Almost, yeah. It was
Okay.
almost time for me to get them replaced because you're supposed to get them replaced every 10 years. So I started having specific issues with my breast implants. They were dropping, and then I was like, maybe it's just time to get them replaced. So
Yeah.
I didn't really pay attention to it. But then I began having flu-like symptoms where I started having a loss of appetite, vertigo. I lost over 40 pounds. I was down to 100 pounds.
Dr. Baron, is this common when if implants are going wrong? Are these symptoms that you see and hear of?
Not often. Not often. If someone complains of breast implanted related illness, which are the symptoms that she's, describing, it's typically like brain fog, fatigue, constitutional symptoms, flu-like illness, like she said. But no, it's not common that patients, experience these symptoms after breast augmentation.
At what point should you recognize, okay, maybe I need to go see a doctor and figure out if it's the implants or something else?
Right. So, I mean, when the symptoms don't resolve, it's important to get a workup or see your primary care physician in order to get an idea of if there's something else that could be going on. 'Cause most oftentimes there is something else that could be linked to it.
Understood.
But there are a subset of women that, the symptoms don't really go away. The workup is negative and they get relief if the implants are removed.
Absolutely. Shontia, we're going to hear a little bit more from you a little bit later, but the bottom line is you ended up taking them out.
I did, yes.
And about 10 years after they were first implanted, and you feel 100% better?
I feel 100%
And that's not an
better.
indictment on the
Absolutely.
industry,
No,
right? Or the
absolutely
particular,
not.
we don't
Absolutely
know.
not.
But you don't regret it.
I do not regret
Feel
it.
much
no.
better.
No,
All right.
yeah,
Good.
yep. So my health is wealth. So after I got them taken out, everything went back to normal.
Good. Thank you so much. All right, I want you to
Absolutely.
pause right here because up next you're going to meet Chantel. Listen, her cup size was so rare, it led to years of back pain. You're going to hear Chantel's story when we return.